And we are back, and we are ready to start convincing all of these fine people to vote the way we want to vote. Take a look at the quest information here. We have counters here that will track how many people are voting for or against Infinity Ltd. Acquisition, and how many people are voting for or against releasing the internal Neuro app. And I want to acquire Infinity, and I want to not release the Neuro app. There are two of the executives that I'm probably not going to be able to convince to change their votes. We have, it's Maeve, hold on. The original quest giver, we already see her. Come on. We already see her votes here. She is for acquiring and for releasing the product. We don't want to release the product. So I am going to just let my arrows here take me to the next person. Hello. Well, that's bogus. We'll talk to Ularu first. We may not be able to change her mind on anything either, but we'll try.
Did Masako send you to try and convince me to acquire Infinity Ltd? I think we both know that's not going to work.
Yeah, I'm going to try to convince her.
Our public perception is good enough. If you ask me, reaching out to save Infinity just makes us look weak. The internal neuroamp gives us the power to crush our competitors, not take them under our wing. This is exactly why Masako's time as CEO is finished.
So they've got comments here as if she is telling me to use the Neuro app.
I'll overlook your poorly educated statement. For now. Throwing your competitor a lifeline when they're about to crash and burn hardly seems wise.
So I'm going to manipulate her.
Well, it does make Ryujin look good. And we do gain a wider customer base, which means higher profits. You're oddly right about this one, Op. I guess you are worth keeping around. As long as everyone has Ryujin's best interests in mind, this should make for an interesting meeting.
Okay, so she is now pro. And now the Neuro app thing.
An issue? That would be a foolish move. Dalton and Alexis are the only two against it. You'd never get the rest to shut it down.
Making a note that Dalton and Alexis are already anti. And we are going to manipulate her to be on our side.
Dangerous indeed. For all I know, you're using it right now. The irony. Perhaps I didn't see it earlier, but you're right. The moment a competitor reverse engineers Vina's work, it'll be chaos. The last thing I want is to have my brain scrambled because some engineer didn't do their due diligence. Now, if you'll excuse me, I still have a lot of preparations to make.
Okay, internal consistency issue here. When you are using a manipulate out in the world, you can only manipulate somebody once, but I manipulated her twice during that conversation. Good to know we can do that. Let's see. Follow the arrows to the next person, I guess. Order is really not important here.
I'm glad we're making an effort in our appearance today.
Oh, Lyndon, making a comment on my clothing. What am I wearing? Let's double check that. Oh, I am wearing the fitted business suit.
Just the person I wanted to see. I want to get all the details locked down for this meeting, and I believe you to be one of the best sources available. An efficient exchange, then. You've had the chance to encounter members of Infinity LTD throughout your assignments here. Do you think they're worth redemption? And why? Saving the jobs of thousands is altruistic, which is not a luxury corporations have. It's a financial burden. It would be a huge undertaking on my part. This is true. Infinity never had the financial resources to match our salary offers. Getting what few capable employees they have at half the salary we typically pay here could have major payoffs in the long run. Next question. What is your opinion on how Masako handled the mole situation? And why do you feel it was well handled? Please note I'm not disagreeing. I just want to know the why behind your statement. Being prepared for anything is a great asset, one that Masako excels at. I appreciate the insight. I suppose I should ask if there's anything I can do for you, considering how helpful you've been. It's only dangerous to those who can't afford one, hence the added motivation that will bolster sales. I think we all know how averse I am to chaos. Finances are my forte, so you make a good point. Our competition has yet to truly master neuroamps, but the possibility is there. It's a risk I am unwilling to take. At this time. This has been rather enlightening for me. I appreciate the time.
The next board member.
Ooh, look at that.
Nina's just sitting right out
Your
here.
surgical wound's healing like a dream. And how's my favorite patient doing? Not seeing any temporal memory flashes or losing time, I hope. That's great. I'd say Project Dominion is ready for legitimate human trials in that case. One step closer to seeing market approval. Genevieve is going to be so excited. So, tell me what you think of the neuroamp.
I am sorry, I am going to be ripping the rug right out from under all the research you've been doing, Vina, but...
I hope you're not actually suggesting that the technology I spent years working on and perfecting never sees the light of day. This is groundbreaking work. My life's work. Fine, fine. Make your case.
We can diplomacy her for 3 points. We need 4. Let's start with that.
Damn the negatives. You're right. I really haven't been taking everything into account. You really think they could come after me? Well, this conversation's made me feel like a proper monster. But you're right. In a perfect world, tech like this is used for good. But this world is far from perfect. It is. It really is. For years, my only focus has been, is this possible? And then, how do I make it work? I never stopped to consider if it was right, or what it would mean. I guess it'll be up to a vote either way. It's not on the meeting agenda, so I assume you'll bring it up yourself? We just have to hope the others will see reason. So the next question is, what will the fate of Infinity LTD be? Exactly. Not that I want to gloat over it. Maybe just a little.
She was already
Okay,
pro.
so DeMarcus and I have really been looking forward to it, so fingers crossed this deal goes through. Well, this has certainly been the most interesting conversation of my day. All we can do now is look forward to the meeting, right? See you in there.
Okay, so we are assured of the acquisition going through. I'm going to continue to get support for that, though. That's... Okay, Genevieve.
Is Misako checking up on me to make sure I'm on her side?
Let's see here.
Well, you can let Misako know to rest easy. It just so happens that her agenda lines up with mine. We just need to grab Infinity Ltd. while it's got the public's full attention. I'm all about free PR, especially when it's painting us in a good light.
Okay, so she's already pro-acquisition.
I'm sure I can squeeze enough goodwill out of this to last us at least a year. All right. I suppose you've earned the right to voice your opinion after everything you've done, qualified or not. So let's hear it. The possible backlash on tech like this is not lost on me. However, the internal neuroamp will define the next era of tech, with Ryujin at the forefront. It's not an opportunity you just walk away from.
Ooh, imagine that era of tech, where a few people with neuroamps control everybody.
You're right. The moment you violate your customers' trust, there's a good chance they'll never come back.
Dude,
Even worse, you push them into the hands of your competitors. Well, it seems your talents really do stretch beyond just being an operative. Good talk. Maybe I'll even consult you on future endeavors.
Next.
So much work to do.
Lexus.
If you need something, make it quick. I'd like to make sure my arguments are solid before this meeting. Not much to discuss there. I believe I've made my case quite clear to Misako on why I am against it.
Okay, let's go into
All right,
Farsyte.
I could use the entertainment. Tell me why Infinity is a good asset. I suppose I might be overreacting a little. Definitely a point worth considering. I prefer to operate on an abundance of caution. But maybe it is a bit much. Huh. Well, what do you know? I think you just convinced me. Talent like yours belongs in the courtroom. Don't even get me started. First off, if I find out you used that device on me, I will tie you up in court on whatever charges I can conjure for the rest of your life. Second, that tech is one major human rights violation that no legal team wants to fight. I'll do whatever I can to make sure it's either severely delayed or collects dust in storage. Well, I'm both glad and surprised to hear the one person who has one say that. Misako is lucky to have you at her disposal, you know? You may be the greatest asset, aside from the internal neuroamp, that Ryujin has. This exchange has been surprisingly insightful, but now I really do need to get back to my notes.
So she was on the same page as I am on this neuroamp thing. Dalton is also against the neuroamp, so we should
This
be good.
meeting should prove to be very interesting. I assume Misako briefed you on her preferred outcome.
Yeah, let's be open with this guy.
That blasted tech.
Yeah.
If it were up to me, I'd have shut down Project Dominion a long time ago. I knew it was a grave security risk, and look what happened. You read my mind. Let's just hope Misako and the others see it that way. Plus, if we vote to acquire Infinity Ltd., we're about to add a significant workload onto my team. The last thing I want to deal with are any more incidents this new neuroamp might cause. I imagine we're looking at months of work. Infinity Ltd. Is obviously not known for their security. I only hope that Misako and the others will be patient with the process. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some preparations to make. We'll be announcing Ularu's termination of employment at this meeting, so I need to have security ready to escort her off the premises.
Oh, that was easy. So he was kind of on the fence about the acquisition, and I was able to just convince him with a simple dialogue check. And now, the meeting.
All right, everyone. As you all know, we've successfully exposed Infinity Ltd.'s botched human trials and murder for hire through SSNN. The public is demanding their leadership, namely Lucas Drexler, face trial, and he's probably writing his resignation as we speak. Ryujin will be launching a statement, but I believe now is the perfect time to acquire Infinity Ltd.
Believe it or not, I agree. The acquisition has risks, and it's going to create a lot of work for all of us. But the overall payoff will be worth it.
That and Infinity Ltd's current situation makes them more affordable than ever.
Arguments? None? Excellent. Moving on, then.
Should have left a couple of antics.
I think what we're all overlooking is what led us to this situation to begin with. Yes, our security was compromised. But considering Dalton was hired by Misako, the issue obviously starts at the top. In fact, I propose that Misako be removed from CEO altogether.
Ularu, this isn't a line you want to cross.
And considering you're the mole, if anyone's going to be removed from power, it's going to be you.
Hold up. Are you saying you lied to us?
Dalton, the last meeting we had, you distinctly said Imogene was the mole, and she'd been dealt with.
Do you even have any proof to back up this outrageous claim?
Of course we do. The malicious code you hid on this slate to upload incriminating evidence against Misako onto Lucas Drexler's computer.
To put it bluntly, Ularu, you're fired. Security will hold you in your office until a proper exit interview can be done.
This isn't right. I should at least have the opportunity to resign.
And allow you to still be marketable to a competitor? I don't think so. This may be news to me, and I will be reviewing the evidence closely. But this isn't something you just get to walk away from.
Security, escort Miss Chen to her office and see that she stays put.
You'll regret this. All of you.
I believe the only regret would be trusting you to begin with.
All right, back to business. All in favor of acquiring Infinity Ltd?
Aye.
Good. Alexis, start drawing up the necessary documentation. Anyone have anything else they'd like to bring up? The internal neuroamp is a key component of Ryujin Industries' success for the next 10 years, if not more. Why would we shelve it after we've finally perfected it?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but he's right. Regardless of the pros, the cons are too morally and ethically irresponsible to move forward with.
The moment the public gets wind of the true capabilities of this tech, we're gonna suffer severe backlash.
Very well. All in favor of shelving Project Dominion?
Aye.
Vina, prep Project Dominion for storage. Any other matters to bring forth? None? This concludes our order of business for today.
There we go.
If only there were more hours in the day.
Sako, let us talk.
Shelving the internal neuroamp. Not the outcome I anticipated. A fine point, but it still proves its usefulness. The truth remains, Lucas Drexler learned a hard lesson, and we exposed a traitor among us. You've proven yourself to be quite the asset here at Ryujin. It's well earned and deserved. I truly appreciate the work you put into exposing Ularu. No operative has ever had to investigate our own to the extent that you did. I can imagine it may have been a lot of pressure, considering you were fairly new at the time. I hope that enthusiasm sticks with you for the foreseeable future. Imogene's instincts were right about you. Now, as promised, I have your bonus. I hope you'll find it appropriate for all you've done. And I'm promoting you to senior operative. You've more than earned it. It's well deserved. As for the details, I think someone back on the operations floor would prefer to explain those to you.
Okay, that's some decent rewards there. So I'm now sitting at over 600,000 credits. It seems like once you get past a certain point, credits are actually not a problem. Of course, part of that is that I've been pretty consistently grabbing the contraband and such. So my companions want to talk to me. They're probably not happy about me cozying up with Ryujin.
What is it? You're interrupting me. Is this time accounted for? Then I will remind you that the schedule exists for a reason, and we seem to be ignoring it. If time is money, then suffice to say Ms. Serrano would not be pleased with such a frivolous expenditure. You may have a point. And since you clearly have bandwidth to spare, maybe you can help me clean up a, minor indiscretion.
A follow-up mission.
Good. Let me give you some background. Recently, I've been assisting the impoverished in both Ebside and the Underbelly. I pay for the occasional meal, clinic visit, or comfort. But I may have lost a slate in the process. I need you to locate and retrieve it for me.
Can do that.
Then we have an agreement. Good. Go to the Underbelly and talk to the panhandler, Huang. Discarded items are her specialty, so she may have come across the slate herself. If you can manage to find it, bring it back to me, and I will pay you for the time. Goodbye.
Okay, let me make sure I have only that one mission selected. Where is the mission to talk to Huang? Ah, there it is. The chances of me finding a specific person in Ebside, not big. This sounds like just a quick get my slate back thing. Although, Bethesda game, so...
What was the name of that guy? The contact in the top?
Other side of the outside, or is she actually in the underbelly? Yeah, there she is.
You got any spare creds?
Hey,
I can
Helen.
always take them off your hands. Hey, Chief, you got any creds you can spare?
Sure, I could do that.
Thank you kindly. You're a class bass, you know that? I'll do my best to someday pay you back. Street's honor. This isn't a donation, it's an investment. Oh, I totally did. Found it in the dumpster right next to a half-eaten chunk. And it was perfect timing, really. You see, the other day, the wind got a nasty cough and blew away all of my business spreadsheets. That won't happen with this slate. It's like wind resistant. That would mean I don't have to start over. All right, deal. I lost them near the employee break area. Look for any papers near the ground, the tables, maybe even the roof. You find all 3 spreadsheets, and I'll give you the slate.
And by find, she means follow the blue dots. Where is she? There's only one blue dot there. Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's not really a matter of searching for it, it's just a matter of there's one. There's 2. And the last one is up there. Quick and easy.
My mother wanted me to be a doctor. Got any creds to spare? Wow, that's real class of you, Chief. A+ stuff. Now I can get my books sorted, executive style. As promised, your slate. Tell your techie friend I didn't peek inside. And even if I did, I don't know what half of it says anyway.
Okay, back to Rafik.
I get so nervous before a grav jump. What if the ship jumps without me?
Not sure how much longer I can survive.
Coming right now, and you may even have a chance.
I spend way too much time on this.
Seems like the cruising fits
Enter
everywhere.
a world unlike this other.
I found an old Earth book the other day. I swear to God.
How goes this? Make it quick. I have a deadline. Well done. It seems assigning you to this task was time well spent. And as I said when we met, time is money. Hopefully these credits will serve as adequate compensation. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an operative to debrief.
Couple thousand credits, some experience points.
Did you hear the
All
news
good.
about Ularu? Bet you anything a rival corp was involved.
You don't know the least of it, lady. So, we have a bunch of missions pending, including talking with all of our friends. We have the major quest line to go undercover into the Crimson Fleet, and we have the main quest continues onward with going to Nova Galactic. I think I'm going to go talk with my companions. If I can fast travel to the ship. And then we'll call that a recording.
Never mind.
Hey, Barrett.
Sorry. Thinking of something else. Yes, Captain. Neon. You'd think it would be peaceful with all those calm waters and beautiful sunsets. But I can't think of any town that's more stressful. Ryujin. Infinity Ltd. And there you were, navigating corporate bureaucracy like a professional. Humanity went to the stars and explored new worlds. And some still ended up sitting at desks all day long. Not sure if I should laugh or cry. Look, I know Neon is going to be Neon, no matter what any of us do about it. But I'm glad you put a stop to that neural amp tech. Nothing good was going to come from that. They could control groups, armies. They could have become a military power. I guess we'll find out if we can trust them if you suddenly start coming after all of us, huh? I guess we'll find out. Anyway, not that I care a ton about the internal politics of some ethically dubious megacorp, but... So, Masako, huh? I mean, between her and Ularu Chen, I get it, but... You don't trust her, do you? Well, I trust you, and I'm glad the choice was yours and not mine. Anyway, you didn't happen to pick up any investment tips while you were in there? Just kidding. I don't even want to know.
Okay, and let's see. We'll talk to Sam.
Is there a way to go faster than the speed of light? And none of that...
I would love to be able to light up markers of
The
my
galaxy's too
companions.
big to be stuck in the same
Just
place.
in general.
Of all the places in the galaxy, only Neon can make me feel so damn... oily. And you dealt with its absolute worst. Ryujin, Infinity LTD, all of it. You doing all right? That was a lot.
Wonder, can I check his affinity from here? Oh.
Well, it just makes you human. How come no matter how advanced society gets, we still just can't help coming up with new horrors to inflict on ourselves? Mechs, xeno-warfare, and now this neuro-amp tech. I swear, it's the worst yet. Thank God you put a stop to it. Amen to that. With a piece of work like Ryujin, I know there isn't a good person to put in charge. I mean, I guess Masako's better than Ularu Chen, but you just know if violence or being just plain evil was the path of least resistance, then Masako would pick it same as Ularu. You're right. I know you're right. Well, the whole damned affair is over. Thank God.
Okay, so Sam's at 590. It's exactly where he was last time I checked. I need to check Barrett too.
Excellent.
Barrett is at 460. Is slightly better than last time I checked. And now we go find Andreja.
I'm working hard, Captain!
Oh, and there's actually a quest to go talk to Imogene. Let's take care of that before we wrap this up.
Ah, a face I never mind seeing. What can I do for you? I suppose now you can add climbing the corporate ladder to your list of accomplishments. I think it is perhaps for the best that the research program will come to an end. Where that neuro-amp technology could lead, there are many bad outcomes. Too many. Already there has been too much conflict between corporations vying for this technology. First Infinity, then Ryujin. Who knows what might be next? That is certainly a possibility. The wrong goal, or the right goal approached by the wrong methods. And yes, disaster is a good word for it. The project will be shelved, they call it? As I said, too many other bad outcomes. This is for the best. With the neuro-amp matter settled, we should move on to other things, yes?
Hold on, I'm not done talking with you.
It is pleasing to speak with you. I have sharpened the blade for this very occasion. Just in case we need it.
And your affinity is at 561.25, same as the last time I checked. Let's go talk to Imogene. You've met her.
Let us stick to business here, and hopefully business has nothing to do with Aurora.
What, she really thinks I might actually try crowded traffic in Aurora? I'm shocked.
Keep moving. Scan us.
I also need to go pick up the rest of my gear. Although traveling light has its thing. Maybe I'll peel myself down to just a couple of guns.
Ever wonder how the Crimson Fleet seems to be everywhere?
Wrong button. I need to talk to Imogene. Who's at the other end? While we're down here, I wonder if we've got some better guns here at Arboron.
Hi. How can I help? Plenty of stock today.
Oh, so we could step up to one of these. Not much of an upgrade, really. Yeah, they're not long range. They're fairly low DPS.
See you later.
Defect wears off. And she's got one that's 210 already, I think.
Thanks again for your assistance. I trust you'll be discreet.
You've certainly shaken things up around here. I still can't believe Ularu tried to frame me. An obvious misjudgment on my part. But now that's all in the past. It's time to get back to your typical day-to-day. And I'd say it's good to be back if I hadn't returned to a mountain of paperwork. Now, since you were new, you've been dealing with people, but most of our assignments are generated on the mission board. The board holds any available assignments that our techs have pieced together, and I've approved. Questions? Good. The mission board is generally self-explanatory anyway. With your promotion, you've earned yourself an office, so whenever you're ready, you can find your own personal mission board inside. And the best perk of them all, you're free to make your own hours. Oh, and congratulations, of course. You certainly will. Go check out the board, and if you have any questions, I suppose I can start up an open door policy. Just for you.
Yeah, I didn't ask.
Don't tell me the mission board isn't keeping you busy. The mission board is where you receive... Well, with the...
Taco may have some additional missions for me. But I didn't get to ask her about the mission board outside. And this is my office. See if I can. This somewhere convenient. Out of the way, like there. So inside the safe we have a 128 DPS rattler that we can sell. Couple digipicks, computer that doesn't work. Chair I can wait in. Oh. I wonder if they ever... Demoralizing Assassin's Calibrated Equinox. Low DPS. What was it got? Magazine, chance to demoralize. Probably worth selling. I'll evaluate weapons later. And on the mission board, we have Hack Laredo, plant evidence at Core Kinetics, sabotage Laredo. Yeah, we probably won't be doing any missions for Ryujin.
Don't cause any trouble.
What I want to do now is I want to head back kind of to home base. Oh, come. Head back to the lodge where I left a bunch of stuff. And then I'll figure out what I want to do next in terms of missions.
So many people, all in one place. I still cannot feel entirely comfortable. I do not spend as much time here as some of the others, but I appreciate that I was still given my own room.
Okay, what do I want to leave in storage? Probably nothing, and I'm carrying everything that's fine. I have a stolen digipic that I need to sell. Anything else of interest? How did I end up with a stolen digipic? Spacesuits. Put it on before I forget and go into space without it. Going back into my green suit. Keep left clicking. Okay, so we are wearing the green suit and the neurocom and the settler's hat. We are back to normal on the weapons. Corner Tanto and the cutter. And let's see. I did pick up a improved rattler. And let's do this outside there. Okay. 3, 2, make that 1. So, professionals calibrated or assassins refined. This has a lot more base damage, has armor-piercing rounds and a suppressor. That's nice. But this is on the list of cells. So, rifles. This Equinox we picked up is at the bottom of our list, so it's going to end up getting sold, along with the Assassin's Calibrated Grendel. We're left with our big 4. Ooh, and we have a much better shoddy. There we go. And we're going to call that a recording. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, go have a good time.